EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. You, yellow. Hut, hut.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. He is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Back to the ground with Robinson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. You look at the Saints defense. They played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. This will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Back to throw. Johnson dumps it complete to Miller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing on first down. Johnson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike. But it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun, Johnson. There's Chris Olave. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The Saints had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out that.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kendrick Miller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Let's go now.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now it's Miller running right. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Johnson looking to throw on second down. And that will fall in.
Hey, man, you got to rush 3. You keep dropping the man back in coverage.
To be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's
Quit pulling him off so I can truck his big ass.
Got it with a third down coming up.
I'm just fucking with you. Don't get mad.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Miller. Fights through it, pushing his way through. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 55 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. he thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Ready.
To throw again. Johnson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Got right.
Miller. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him again. And this time he is in. Kendra Miller, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let it put some points on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang contact. It's incomplete. Strong, and now it's 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third down and 6. Looking to throw. Johnson. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Yo, can we go for that?
You're still a couple yards short of the first. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 4th down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball, then limit that gain.
He's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Ryland up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Ready.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Ready. Field flat. Set.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And credit that sack to D'Angelo Malone. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run pushing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Dragon 60. Check it.
Johnson now from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Tag. 19 tight. 19. Huh. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45.
You went to that pinch buck. I'm seeing that every time.
He's got a third here, and it's good for a first. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on fourth. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And it's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 48. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Johnson. Wide open receiver complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. A good pickup there at 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Johnson to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Looking to throw. Johnson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now Johnson looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Takedown! A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Red, cycle. Set.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Drop 60, drop 60. Ready?
Back to throw. Johnson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw. Johnson. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's second and 10. Back to throw. Johnson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Blue striker. Set, go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now they'll shift things around. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Saints have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Saints first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week. but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Come on, set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Red, yellow, set.
On play action, they'll throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw now on first down. Right back to Pitts again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at their 48-yard line.
Blue striker. Fury, yellow.
2nd and 1. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ready.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. That is caught, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Back to throw again. It's going to be caught by Pitts. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Ball red. Black shot. 6. Mega. Hut, hut.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Falcons! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And this pass caught by Gray.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.